This is what the streets are doing. Hey. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Trust and believe. Us United fans, we'll be at that parade, Arsenal parade. I'll be there. I'll be there. Involve me. All the other day parties. This is the biggest day party of the year, the century, the summer. Do you think I'm gonna miss out on the biggest day party? Mate, I'm not missing out on that. Potentially to find my husband, mate. I'll be there. We'll be there. The girlies will be there. And I'm gonna wear my Manchester United top proudly. We'll be there. All the non-supporters will be there. All these other day parties, I brush it doesn't do nothing to me. I don't feel FOMO. But you see that Arsenal parade, I'll be there. I need to involve me. Involve me. We're all gonna be there. I'm outside out there because it's my parade as well.
United fan said it's my parade as well. A day party. A parade where a team parades trophies. Where are we in society today? Obviously, Arsenal have won the Premier League. Arsenal have won the biggest trophy in the UK. When it comes to club competitions, they've won the league, right? Arsenal fans will be attending the parade on the Sunday, May 31st. We are now hearing on social media particularly that other fans, rivals are coming to the parade, calling it a day party, and are now saying they're going to attend wearing their team's kit. Think of that. The disrespect, arrogance even, coming to a party they claim and saying they are going to call it more or less what they want to call it. But it's a parade for Arsenal to parade the trophy. And it's always been parades. Any team of any club, whenever they've won a trophy, it's called a parade. If you're from a certain era, think of any era you want to think of, particularly eras before social media became a big thing. Would United have done this under Ferguson days? The days of being a fan of a team and the sort of connection you have, I think, has diminished. That's probably what it is. If you're a United fan or any fan, why would you go to a rival? Because think of it like this. In a season, there's 38 games in the Premier League. You, as an opposing fan, are wanting the demise of your rival during the season. You don't want them to win games. You want to finish above them. So throughout the whole season, you're generally wanting the worst for your rivals. From what I know, from understanding fans and when you are a supporter of a team, right? Cool. So why is it that during the season, you want the worst for the team, but when they've won the biggest trophy, you want to now jump on the bandwagon when they've won it and call it a party and say you're going to go with your T-shirt of your team and celebrate? Where is the logic? I want to know, because I'm confused. The era I grew up in, you supported a team, you supported that team, you had no desire to do anything in relation to the rival that you had. You had no desire to see them win. You had no desire to go to their parade. You didn't want anything to do with a rival. And that's understandable. Like I say, if you support a team that has a rival, you don't want the best for them during their season. But when they've now hit the pinnacle of what would be considered success, rival fans are saying they are attending a day party. We're going to get into some clips, people's opinions on social media and find out, does this make sense? Because for me, it doesn't. But someone that is saying they proudly wear their United top or whatever team you support and you're going to call it a day party, that's the part that I'm confused. The ones that seem to have more of a connection with their team are saying they're going to a parade of a rival team that you didn't want to do well during the season, but they've now done well. You now want to go to their party because you have no loyalty to your team. So it really shows you also the nature of humans. When something is done well or perceived to be done well, everyone wants to clamor to it. It's like when someone is on the come up, nobody is looking at them on the come up. People are not recognizing the efforts they're making. But when they get to a certain position, everyone wants to jump on a bandwagon, even be disloyal to what they support and say, I want to now jump on the bandwagon because that over there looks attractive. It looks good. Everyone is talking about it. The videos, the pictures, everything looks good. So now I want to say bye-bye to you. You're not good enough. I'm going over there. and I want to wear what I want to wear, a rival, and say, I'm going to still go over there. I'm going to force my agenda. I don't care about if the current fans, the actual fans are there. I'm just going to force what I want it to be called, and I'm going to wear what I want to wear. Oh, so that's what happens generally in life. When people go from nothing to something, everyone wants to clamor to them. This is also an interesting insight into the nature of humans. But like I say, let's get into some clips and opinions of people on socials, and let's try and make some sense of this, because for me, I don't see it.
I am a Man United fan, and I am still going to the Arsenal parade, and I do not care what anyone says. The vibes from that night, looked incredible. It looked insane, which is why I will be going, because I can't lie, that's going to be better than Carnival. I reckon more people are going to turn up for this than Carnival, and that says a lot, you know. And you know what? I might even pull up in my Man United shirt, because I'm proud to be a United fan. We came third, and next season, the title is ours.
This guy mentioned Carnival in relation to a parade. It's going to be more or less bigger than Carnival. Carnival is Carnival. A parade is a parade. Parade for a trophy. Carnival is celebrating the culture, the Caribbean. Totally different. One is a actual party. One is a parade, which will turn into obviously people chanting, singing songs, Arsenal songs, and dancing, and people obviously create their little sections to do what they want to do. But the point is, one is a parade, and you're a United fan. Again, another person who's seen someone do well, something successful. So I want to now jump on what is success, but don't care for what it took to get there. It's showing the human nature. It's more than just jumping on, a party. It's more about the ideology and the nature of humans, of wanting to see something and be a part of something that has become big and successful. You're brazen with the fact that you're a United fan, and even at the end had the nerve to mention they're going to win the league next season. We finished third. United celebrating we finished third. Not in my time. Not in the time that I grew up in. Not with the Roy Keanes and no way. No way. United fans, what's going on? Since Ferguson has left, what has happened? Because this is embarrassing. What has happened? Let us know. If you're a United fan, please. What's going on? Is this indicative of the times we're in, or is it just a small section? Because this is crazy.
I'm deep in that a lot of people just don't understand football culture like that. How can you, as a supporter of a rival team, go to an Arsenal trophy parade? Does that even make sense in your head? You're a United fan talking about, I'm there for the Arsenal parade. What? This is why, bro, like when people start saying stuff like support your local, I kind of hear it, man. I honestly do kind of hear it, because all of these London United fans, you man clearly don't know what it means. And then the Chelsea fans that want to go to the Arsenal parade, that one's painful to me personally. Like, can you just imagine? If Chelsea won the league, I'm not even certain that I'd see them at a Chelsea parade. They want to go Arsenal parade though. Love.
What you were saying was right. It's like the idea to say I'm going as a rival. I thought a rival meant I am a rival. I don't want to see you do well. Anyone can get up and do what they want, right? You're free to do what you want in this democracy that we live in. But it seems very weird. People are going to say, oh, I don't mind. I don't care. I'm going to go. What can you do? Yeah, I'm tough. What can you do? But the point is, it's looking weird. It's a beg. All the terms. It doesn't look normal. It's weird. But be weird and go, hey, do what you have to do. Will Chelsea, will United evoke this much emotion from fans? I doubt it. This conversation about, who's the biggest team in London? It was never anyone apart from Arsenal. It was always that way. It was always that way from in the 90s, and it's always been that way since. Biggest in terms of appeal. People get it confused about, winning trophies. Yes, you have to win trophies. But appeal, who has the biggest appeal, the biggest effect? It's always been Arsenal, and it seems it's being proven again. That last guy's video, someone says rival fans would refuse to go. Real rival fans would refuse to go. And I think that's all it is. I think as I've, seen some of the assessments online, it's just literally people that are not fans in ways where it used to be. Like I said, the sort of idea of one team being a rival to you. Once they're a rival, they're always a rival. You don't care for what they do. You don't want those teams or your rivals to do better than you. And you certainly don't want to go to their parade and call it a day party. Times have changed, I guess, but that's social media. When things are seen on social media, everyone wants to jump on the wave. Particularly, like I say, if something has done well. People say, oh, I don't care what I was thinking about yesterday. I want to go there because that's the in thing. I don't want to be left out of the in thing. You know, I feel insecure if I don't go because everybody's going, right? Not knowing that there is a loyal aspect to what you're supposed to be supporting, from what I know.
As an Arsenal fan, I would never go to a Chelsea parade. As an Arsenal fan, I would never go to a Manchester United parade. As an Arsenal fan, I would never go to a Liverpool parade. So why am I seeing so many rival fans who have hated us for so long wanting to come to the parade? Is it because Arsenal are just the biggest team and you want to be around the good vibes? You can't get those same good vibes in your own team. Liverpool won the Prem last season. Chelsea won the Champions League 5 years ago. These things are recent. And yet, you guys cannot replicate the same sort of good vibes, the same aura, the same enjoyment, happiness, true joy. Bro, you guys are just not as big as Arsenal. And look, you can say, cool, you guys have won the trophies, whatever, cool. But at the end of the day, you all want to come to the Arsenal parade. Why? Because being an Arsenal fan and being around Arsenal is just better. Everything is just better.
That's all it boils down to. What is better? What is perceived as the in thing? Like I said, people want to jump on it. And people want to create whatever they want to create, you know, around why they're going. You know, people want to try and make it seem like, oh, it's just a party, so we can all go to a party, right? No. You don't want Arsenal to do well throughout the whole season. You do hate watches, a lot of you. And you're going? You want Arsenal to fail. But how do you then celebrate a team that have now succeeded? That's the part I want to... If someone is watching and in the comments, please tell me the logic behind this. Is there logic even in this?
I need someone to explain the logic of rival fans hating on Arsenal but saying that they're still going to come to our parade. You could not pay me to go to City's parade, Chelsea's parade. For what reason? In the 22 years of Arsenal not winning the Premier League trophy, I've never thought I'm going to go to City's parade, I'm going to go to Liverpool's parade, hell, even Chelsea. I don't know, it's a bit weird. Make it make sense.
If you look at it like this, for example, when Arsenal won the league in 97-98 season, in 02 and in 04, are you telling me then those seasons United should have went to Arsenal's parade? Because they didn't win it, isn't it? At that time, United fans should have went to Arsenal's parade in those 3 seasons that they didn't win it back then. What's the difference? Because again, we're only going to a parade, right? We're only going to a party. So those 3 should have been attended. It wouldn't have happened back then. And I think new fans, young ones, they're not as connected as it once was. But there was a comment on the video. Someone says the amount of non-Arsenal fans claiming they're coming. Why? We don't go to theirs. Very true. Never in my time would I ever think, let's go to Chelsea's when they won their Champions League or when Mourinho was... It never came to my mind. You go to your team's parade. When they're going through struggles, you stick with them.
Right, can I just say, everyone knows Arsenal won the league yesterday, right? Why is everyone now an Arsenal fan? Where was you when we was dealing with second place heartbreak year after year after year? Where was you? Nowhere to be seen. Oh, but now we're champions. Now you want to claim to be an Arsenal fan. I do not want to see no fake fans at this parade on Sunday. If you haven't been there since the beginning, through all the heartbreak, all the losses, if you've not been there through it all, I do not want to see your face at this parade claiming to be a Gooner. Don't want to see you. Only the real fans that have been there since the beginning should be at this parade on Sunday. I don't want to see everyone and their nan or everyone and their fucking cat at this parade. If you have not been an Arsenal fan since day one, stop trying to claim to be one now.
Fans of opposing teams are only coming because they are saying it's a day party. So they've now transformed the agenda to what they want it to be, and that's why they're coming. They're calling it a day party. So they're not fake fans. She said, yes, all fake fans. I hear that. All this is actually is people changing the objective to their liking and saying, I'm going because I'm calling it a party, a day party, the biggest party of the year. That's why people are coming. So they're fans of their own teams being shameless, and they're coming because they want to change the narrative of it and call it a party, a day party. So that's why they're coming. So it's not about fake fans. It's more of, I'm bringing my agenda. Yes, I'm the one. I'm doing what I want. I'm going over there and I'm calling it what I want it to be. The Arsenal fans call it what they want. The mentality is just, I want to create my own thing around it. And I don't care if Arsenal fans want us there or care. I don't care what they think. And that's the thing. Let me know. Does this make sense?
I'm so sorry to tell all you Arsenal fans that are trying to gatekeep your parade. That parade is going to be the biggest motive of the year. How do I tell you? I'm treating that parade like a day party. I'm a Chelsea fan, as you can see. But we will be there. I'm going to be jam-bazzing with the whole Arsenal crew. And who's going to stop me? I'm going to travel up to London for the day, make a nice day out of it. The weather will probably be nice. And I'm going to have myself a good old time. I'm not that much of a hater that I would hate to see Arsenal and Arsenal fans happy. In fact, I love it. I'm from that area in London. A lot of my family are even Arsenal fans, so they're going to be there regardless. So who's on the same wavelength as me? Arsenal block party in North London. That's going to be a fantastic motive, and we will all be there. No one can tell me otherwise.
A block party. And I've noticed the people that's generally saying these kinds of things, block party and motive. Come on, black people, come on, what are we doing? It's a parade. Block party, you can go to them. There's a lot coming up in the summertime. Motives, yeah, there's a lot. There's festivals, there's house parties, there's clubs. This is trophy, parade. So, let's see what people think. Why would you be there, though? Good question. Why? Oh, it's because it's a day party, isn't it? It's a motive. That's why. Someone says, if you're not an Arsenal fan and want to go to a day party, then wait for Notting Hill Carnival. Ma'am. There was a comment on Twitter, because obviously this went on Twitter as well. It was trending in terms of what people are saying about this whole conversation about rivals going to the parade. And there was one comment that said, I thought rival fans pulling up to the Arsenal parade was a joke. No way are guys actually serious. That's so sneaky. People are serious. People are serious only because they are calling it a day party. Another comment said, why would you attend a parade of a rival club? I don't get it. You're literally going to be singing chants in support of players you supposedly hate? Yes. Like I said, shame. Look, for me, on social media, as years have gone by, I've realized shame is a thing that people feed into. They walk into shame. Doing things that are shameful, people are happy with it. This, you may say, is a light version, but there's so many things. If you on social media for many years, you will see that people do things to try and get a laugh. Shame can pay people. And I think that's also another thing as well. So shameful, as that guy said, but people don't care. People don't care. Hate watching Arsenal on Monday, and now you're all jealous and want to come to the parade because you saw the vibes on the Tuesday night when obviously everyone was outside the Emirates when they won the league. Is that not a beggy behavior? You think Arsenal fans would ever want to go to a Chelsea, Spurs, United parade? No aura, no motion. The truest words have been spoken, and it's showing big time with this parade and the rivals that want to come. Another comment said, Arsenal fans are absolutely sickened by the idea of rival fans attending their parade in the capital. After 22 years of disrespect, they're absolutely right to. And that's what it is. A lot of the time, like I say, fans of a certain generation would not do this. And fans of a certain generation remember the disrespect from pundits, rivals, you name it, about the fact that they couldn't win the league and didn't challenge and were looked at as a banter club, a club that were a soft touch. But like I say, for me, It shows you the desire of people, that people just want to be able to go to something that's happening. And once they go to something that's happening, it validates them. I was a part of this. I would think you would want that with your own team, but not in today's world with social media being a massive influence on people's ideologies to say, I want to do that. Even if it questions their loyalty, they're willing to do something that looks crazy, but in their eyes, it's normal because it's what is associated with something successful. What do you guys think? What is okay? What is not okay? What's your opinion? Because for me, I've made it clear, I think it's weird. It doesn't make sense. But enlighten me if you think there's another opinion that makes sense.